topic of, Fash fam and things like that, how did you come up with that name? Like, what is the history behind that name?
Okay. So if you know my Instagram, it's fashion. And how it started when I was like 15 or 16, and then I was just like, oh, I want to start like a more serious Instagram where I post things like fashion and stuff. And then I was like brainstorming with my best friend Dean. We were just like texting. I remember texting on Snapchat. I was texting him on Snapchat, and then I was like texting. I was like, oh, what should I name it? What should I name it? What if? Well, I was just like, oh, what do I want to post? I want to post fashion stuff. And then we blah blah blah. And then we came up with fashion. And I was like, oh shit! Like I really wanted like fashion. I was like, fashion. That clicks because it's like fashion. It's got my name in it, and it's got what I do. Fashion.
Definitely, yeah.
And then so I ran with that for a couple of years until like last year when I was on a shoot. Like I was a stylist, and I was like, it was for a magazine. I was a stylist, and the photographer actually knew me from beforehand. Like before I met him, he knew me. He was just like, oh, I've actually followed you on Instagram before. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And then when we had lunch, like we grabbed lunch or something, he was just like, he started calling me Fash. He started just calling me Fash, and I was like, oh. and then
Damn.
and then afterwards, like when TikTok came around in January for me, like I just started a new account. I had an account called Fashion, but I was just like, I just want to start a new account again. And then I typed in Fash, and like weirdly enough, it was
Wasn't
available.
taken. Wow.
Dude, four letters, Fash, just Fash. No one took Fash. I was like, what? And
Damn.
then
Like,
Fash Fam was already a thing like prior, like a year or so ago when I was like just naming a community. And then now that all the TikTok stuff happened and I'm able to do social media like much more on a much different scale, like I just emphasize Fash Fam as much as I can. It's catchy. It's got alliteration in it, and like I don't know, it's just easy. Like and yeah, but shout out Fash Fam.
so actually, could I ask, tell me more about your music that's coming out? Because I see on TikTok you have like original sound, right? Which is basically voiceovers and things like that. But how is it
Yeah.
like, you're gonna drop a new single? Is that what it's gonna be about?
Look, I've got like around 9 songs coming out. So pretty much last year in July, before I started TikTok, I started TikTok in January, like properly doing TikTok in January.
Properly.
And last July, I started writing music. Um, Someone had asked me to, like, asked if I was going to be interested in being an artist. And I was like, I mean, yeah, look, what I said to him was that, like, look, I have no musical experience, but I can learn very fast. And I was very confident in that. So I just dropped everything and then I started writing music. And
Wow.
like, I just started, like, I just listened to a beat on YouTube and then I'm like, okay, what do I want to write? And then I kept doing it for 7 months nonstop, and I paid like hundreds of thousands, no, thousands of dollars to like get vocal training. I would drive like 2 hours a week just to go to the vocal training, come back, and then practice every day. That's all I did for 7 months. And then I had all these songs, and then I went on TikTok, and then I started doing live streaming, and people wanted to listen to music, so I played some of my songs, and they were like, "Yo, this is really good," and I was just like, "Oh, oh yeah," and then so now like it's great that I have the platform that I have on TikTok, and it's great. Like shout out Fash Fam for like even always supporting me, like even financially supporting me. I'm very grateful. Like seriously, like none of this would be possible without them. Like genuinely. So very big thank you to them. And so that's gonna come out, and I'm just using it to, like, to me, music has never been like a passion per se. I'd like to say music has never really been a passion, but it's one of those things that, you know, if I can get good at, and it like moves forward with my message, which is my message is just like I want to help people feel more confident. I want to help people find their honesty and happiness, and I want to just embrace that as much as I can because I've been through a lot to get where I am today mentally. And I want to
Definitely.
share that with the world. So music is just my channel to increase that like awareness and increase that reach.
Could I actually ask, on TikTok actually, because you tend to create a mix of content. Some of it is
Mm.
very POV like, some of it is very on trend, but others are more serious. Like, sometimes you talk about ethnicity, being Asian, growing up and confidence. How do you balance out, between like that serious and kind of like more trendy content?
I think as a creator, you kind of have to like ask yourself, what's your brand? Like, what do you actually want to do? For me, like, okay, so as long as it's like my branding's like changing a little bit, like as it's kind of like morphing as I go, as I understand myself as a person, who I want to be and stuff. But like you balance that by, I don't know, just asking yourself, how much do you want to just like be a pawn and like follow the trends, and how much do you want to like do your own thing? I think for me, it's like it just depends. I can do both. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind following trends. I don't mind doing the POVs and stuff. The POVs have like been, I think, the most popular. In terms of like my tutor POVs with these glasses, like the tutor POVs.
I'm seeing the glasses. Oh my god.
You're seeing the glasses. And then just having, I think you just gotta ask yourself, as a brand, who do you want to be? It's like, what are you doing this for? And to me, like anything that contributes to, for me, like my whole thing is that I'm an entertainer, and I want to be like, what do you call it? A leader in terms of like changing people's minds and finding their honesty and things. So like if it's singing and dancing and stuff, I will do it because that's what I like to do. But also on the serious side, it's like, okay, what are we actually doing as like a consumer? What are you thinking? Like, how are you doing? Instead of just watching my content, I want people to reflect and like ask themselves what makes them happy and stuff. Like to me, that's most important. But I also love entertaining, so it's on both sides for me. I don't have one without the other. So
that's good. We
yeah.
stand a multi-dimensional king. Like that is all.
Yeah,
We stand.
that's the word I like to use, multi-dimensional, and like the word
Got it.
duality, like duality.
Duality.
Um,
What advice do you have for younger people? Do you have any advice for them in terms of, should they jump on the bandwagon first, or should they like have the plan and go on it with money and stuff like
I'd say just try things, to be honest. Like I think don't put too much pressure on being perfect. I think that's the biggest thing. Like even there's so much stuff that I did, like that was just like it failed. Like it didn't really go anywhere. Like I started a podcast before last year. It had like 2 viewers.
that?
I
Oh
had like two
wow.
viewers. It's just now I restarted it and did something else. Like I had a podcast before. I've done Instagram for a long time. Like it's been thing, but like none of it's been like hugely amountable. But you have to kind of try to see. Don't put pressure on like succeeding and think it's going to take you everywhere, because you never know. Like to me, like the market decides. Do you know what I mean? The market decides. So you have to kind of like give it out to the world and see. In terms of like inspiring other people, I think inspire yourself first. It's like the whole concept that like, before you try to like love others and like give as much to other people as you can, like give to yourself. It's at the end of the day, like if you have the ability to give to yourself, then it's much easier to help other people, because like you don't get stuck in your mind. And like that's like there's so many memes out there that's like, oh, I give out so much advice and then I can't take my own, or like when like, why do I feel like I just give out help everyone and then I never can help myself? Like it's actually just learn to help yourself first, and then that will give you the stronger ability, not to say you can't do it now if you haven't helped yourself yet, but it'll give you the stronger ability to help others. Because I think like for me, like my journey has been like ever since I was 13. Like it's been a while. So it's been a long time ago, ever since I was 13, and like it's led up to this moment now, and that's why I can be who I can be, because like all the experiences that I've had, all like the hardships that I went through, like I can get to a point where I've like found my confidence and I found what makes me happy, and I want to be able to give that to other people. But like I think it's less effective when you're still like really trying to like all over the place when you're,
That's
yeah, do
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Thank you so much for saying that. Like everything you say is really, that is fine quality tea. Like it is, it's really good. Yeah, and I think a
Yeah.
lot of youth could benefit from that. I have some like misconceptions or perceptions that people have of TikTokers or people who are big on TikTok, and I kind of want to just ask them, are these like kind of perceptions true? So I think one of the first things that people said was just, you know, people who are on TikTok, they tend to just ride on trends all the time and they don't have a sense of originality. So what do you think of that? From your experience of being on TikTok?
I think it just, again, it comes back to who do you want to be branded as? Because like at the end of the day, like that can be someone's brand that they just ride off trends. There are heaps of brands out there that are like literally just kind of like gimmicks. Do you know what I mean? Like it depends who the creator is. Do you know, some people create like totally fake brands. For example, I don't know, 6ix9ine's like original and stuff in his own way, but like how crafted it is. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? The
yeah, I
image, the
know.
way everything is, it's all crafted. I'm sure 6ix9ine is like somewhat a smart guy. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it's crafted to like have these opinions. As a consumer, like, you can see it that way. But at the end of the day, like if a business is made purely to make money, like purely to make money, there's no sort of like, I'm trying to help the world and I'm trying to do this. They're just there to make money. Then that's that. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
like
that's true.
some creators want originality. Some people just want to like hop on trends and be trendy. Like might not be as long term as the original creator. Might be, I don't know. It depends how they do it. So I feel like what I've learned, like, and what let me kind of like go up and increase my own success is that like understanding that each person has their own reasons and like not judging based on that, because at the end of the day, if a business is there to just make money and they're not there to like help the world or anything, then like fair enough.
Yeah, that's true.
That's you do you. You do you, boo. Like, do you know what I mean?
You
So like
definitely.
it just depends on the creator. Like the only problem I would have is that a creator would like say they're all about this, but they're like totally not. That's the only like thing I
Yeah.
have.
Okay,
Other,
understood.
other than that, I respect all creators for their reasons. Um, like everyone has their own reasons. So I think, yeah, as a consumer, you can make your like judgments and stuff, but if it's doing its purpose or the creator's purpose, then like I think it's fine. Like
That's
so,
true.
I think
Yeah.
just
So I think there's another sort of opinion that some people have, and it's about how being on TikTok it would make people feel more confident in their bodies, or they only go on TikTok if they feel that they look really good or they fit a certain standard of beauty. What do you think about that?
like some of my favorite TikTokers. I mean, I don't really watch all that much, but my favorite TikTokers, I don't really care about their look. Like the comedy ones, that's got nothing to do with their look. I think like for long term success, like work with what you have. Do you know what I mean? Like if you want to create something, just go create it. Like work with what you have. Obviously, I'm huge on image, but I have like a deep belief that everyone can like make a good image of themselves, but like some people might get lucky and have to go out of their way a bit more. Some people are born like supermodels, but like who cares? Just make the most out of what you can and then do that. So but in terms of like the confidence stuff, I don't think it should like make you more confident. I don't know, like, in my head, like I experienced in January, I realized that social media has nothing to do with my mental health. It's just how I view myself. Like it doesn't matter if social media, it's like social media is just enhancing how I feel about something. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard that quote? Money doesn't make you whatever. It just money only enhances who you are as a person. Do you
I've
know what I
heard
mean?
that quote.
If you're greedy, and you have more money, you're gonna be more greedy. If you're giving and you have more money, you're gonna be more giving. Do you know what I mean? So I think if you're like sad already, social media is just gonna make you more sad. Some,
Actually, quite
is
true.
it?
Yeah, yeah, that makes a
You
lot
know
of
what I mean?
sense. Yeah,
Because
that
like
makes
your
sense.
mindset, how you reflect on your reality, and you just kind of like emphasize all that. So, depending on who you like watch and stuff, but I don't think it should have too much of an effect on like how you feel about yourself. I think you should step away from that and like really ask yourself like, how do I see myself and stuff. Don't let don't let society and like modern media kind of like dictate how you feel about yourself, because what if it changes? Like the thing with me is that I have like a little bit of an opinion on like when guys kind of follow too many trends. When like someone just, it's too cookie cutter. You know what I mean? Like they feel confident because they look like a K-drama star. Do you know what I mean? And then what happens when the Korean culture changes? Are you going to change your look too? and then will you feel like you don't fit in now? Like, do you know what I mean?
What do you
As you
mean?
change yourself, as you change yourself with the times, like, does that change your confidence? So, anyways, yeah.
This one I felt was something that I would want to ask you because a lot of the TikToks that you do seem to be either solo focused. So this one is just about how that when people get on TikTok, they're able to be more social. They may gain how do I say collaborators and stuff, and it inspires them to reach out to groups of people that they hadn't before. Like, what do you think about that in terms of the impact of TikTok on your own social life, maybe?
I'm sure it's great. Like, I live in Sydney, so like I don't really know anyone that does like TikTok or like
Okay.
what I want to achieve at least. I've been able to meet a couple people, like a couple people have messaged me and stuff. It's like in terms of like I'd say the biggest connections I've made is with Fash fam, to be honest. Like the people who support me, I like message them. I mean like spending time on lives like every day. So building that connection. I haven't networked with too many people in terms of things. So I can't speak too much on it because everyone's in America or everyone's everywhere else. And
Okay.
I plan on going to America to do more of that, but it's not really, it's not my biggest priority. My priority is just focus on Fash Fam and like give as much as I can and keep doing my thing. So
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't have too much to say on that because I haven't like collaborated with anyone yet. Yeah.
Okay, understand. Thank you so much for yeah, kind of debunking these perspectives. How do you deal with that? Setting a boundary or having that, you know, balance of social media life and personal life. How do you do that?
For me, like I think it's just being genuine. Like I feel like my fans or people, fashion fans, people who support me, like from the start, I've been like as long as I respect their personal lives and shit, like I really respect everyone. I try to my best to respect everyone. So like personal life kind of stuff. Like no one even knows my age and stuff, and like just call me Fash. And it's you balance it by respect, I think. Like my like I anyone anytime anyone asks my age, I just say 300, and like people just know that I don't want to share my age, and
Yeah.
like it's kind of respect because I respect them. It's just because of the mutual respect. Like it's I think that's a bigger thing. If I don't want to share something, I don't want to. I'm here. My purpose is to like help other people. This isn't really about me and like what I want. Like so, it's just I feel like it's just a respect thing. That's how
Okay.
I see it at least.
Thank you so much. And on behalf of, all the people that are going to see this, thank you so much. Like you are really a great person to talk to beyond, beyond just about your TikTok persona. You are someone who's great to talk to. And I think it's definitely because of what you just said, the authenticity, the genuinity that just shines through from what you have to say to others and what people hear. So thank you so much. And yeah, just have a great day ahead.